Welcome to the Look Who It Is podcast, where we sit down with artists to talk music, life, and all the stories in between. Now here's your host, Dane Engel.
Hey everyone, today I have Dusty Crawford, who is a Mississippi country singer-songwriter. I see you go live a lot, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I hadn't been lately. I've been sick for a while. A little laryngitis, but I'm starting to get over it. So, yeah.
It's not good for the business.
Fighting through it. Much as I can.
You still been doing shows?
Yeah, I do shows. That's what I save it for. I'm in with an ENT right now, so hopefully they'll get it figured out before too long.
No kidding.
Turns out I'm allergic to planet Earth. Everything.
Oh, no.
Every animal, every type of grass.
I don't know if it's like it's been here, but man, it's been so dry. It's like we haven't gotten any rain.
Today's the first day we've gotten rain. And I don't know how long. And it's rained all day.
I'd be excited if it rained all day today.
Oh, yeah.
It's
no doubt.
Yeah. Hate mowing my yard, so dusty.
Yeah. My son had a baseball game. Hey. My son had a baseball game scheduled for tonight, but I think it's going to get canceled.
Rained out after months.
Yeah. Yeah, there ain't no way. Where are you from?
Indiana.
Indiana, okay. My brother-in-law's from Indiana. I'm trying to think of the name of the town he's from. I can't remember. He's told me 100 times.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Indiana.
Yeah.
And you're Mississippi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mississippi.
I don't know if I've even passed through Mississippi before.
Nah, you ain't missed a ton.
It's kind of like Indiana. Yeah, you don't miss too much. But even to drive through, corn.
It's probably much better deer hunting up there.
Yeah, we got some big deer up here.
Yeah, they just mow them down around here. You know.
They're getting thick. Somebody needs to come mow them down up here.
Shoot, say less.
It's bow season right now.
Yeah. And my uncle's been up in Illinois. Him and my dad. Bow hunting.
That's pretty good out there, too.
Yeah, they have a good time with it.
I talked to a guy, Mikkel Buck, on here, and he's a huge hunter. He's in North Carolina, I think. He goes out on public land a lot.
Yeah.
He's a big bow hunter.
I've done that some around here. Issue around here, people running dogs all the time.
Gotcha. I don't know if you can... See, I don't know if you can run dogs here or not. I've never seen anybody do it, so I don't think you can.
Oh, it's awful around here. You'll be in your deer stand, a pack of dogs come running through, chasing a squirrel. They ain't chasing a deer, hardly ever.
Right.
They'll be chasing a squirrel through.
That's what you always think. You get in there and you're setting, you're like, that has to be a deer. And it's like one squirrel sounds like it's a buffalo running through.
Yeah, Jagger's hopping limb to limb. You think it's something major.
You do a lot of podcasts?
I don't. It's my first one.
Really?
Yeah, I've done a few radio shows.
Okay.
That have been like streamed live. I don't know if that's not the same as a podcast, but no, man, I've been writing music for years, but it's been crap. So I finally wrote some stuff that I felt kind of comfortable with, and was like, you know what, I think I would invest in like getting that produced and stuff. And so it's quite the process in South Mississippi, but
Right. Yeah. To find a studio or something to record at.
Impossible. Just happened, everything it just works out though. I just happened to come across a guy that works at who works at the same school I work at, and he's been producing music for years. He's pretty good. That's and he'll tell you the same thing I will. It's not Nashville, but it's South Mississippi.
Right.
Yeah, he said I'm a good South Mississippi producer, but I'm nothing in Nashville. So, but he's a good dude. We worked together on it, and we've kind of worked a little. He was kind of work for hire type situation, and we've become friends. And now he's just like, man, I just want to produce your music now. So every time I come up with something, we'll get in the studio and work on it a little bit. And he's super talented. He can play all the instruments and stuff. I can't. I'm just a campfire singer. I can bang out the chords and holler it loud enough where everybody can hear it.
I've listened to both your singles so far, and they do sound, real good studio quality and everything.
Yeah. I'm still learning, like studio versus. I've done live music for 12 years, and have never been in a studio. So he's like, man, you don't have to scream into that mic. Like that mic's actually really powerful. You can kind of taper it back some and do some cool stuff. And so I'm trying to learn how to do that, how to pull the throttle back a little bit.
I didn't realize until I started doing this and talking to people, some of those studio mics are insane. Like you can have a $10,000 microphone.
Yeah, his rig's pretty. I don't remember the exact price. He told me it was, but it's basically just a can, and you run it through a software, and you can get whatever kind of a microphone that you want. And I guess the more money you pay, the better quality, the software is.
Of course.
His was probably anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000, if I remember right. It was a very expensive microphone.
Yeah.
But he's got a drum module that does the same thing. Like he can play the drums and he can make it sound like whatever kit he wants it to sound like. And it's just like one of them little plastic ones, that you can put your headphones on. So it's crazy. You'll be sitting there and he'll have the headphones on and you can't hear it, and you just hear boom, him hitting the plastic. And then you'll put the headphones on. It's just a totally different. Whoa, that is not what I expected out of that.
Yeah, that takes a lot. Yeah, to know all that software and how to use it and everything.
Oh yeah, it's beyond me for sure.
Now, did he go and learn all that, or did he just teach himself?
He was he's from around Texas area, and I'm trying to think. He was on tour with a band. It's like a 90s rock band. I can't remember the name of it. He's played like Breaking Benjamin before, but there's another band. They're not as big as like Breaking Benjamin was, but he was on tour with them, with his band, and he hated performing. Just hated it. He said he felt like he had to be too competitive, and he was a big baseball player and all that stuff. So he was like, I'm not supposed to feel like I'm competing with this. So he started teaching himself how to produce music to get out of it, and then went back to college and became a teacher and a coach. He's done all kind of cool stuff.
Okay, well that worked out for you running into him then, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. He's like 10 minutes from my house, so it's super easy to slide down there. Yeah, super easy to slide down there. And he's a pretty good songwriter. He he gets invited to like the Bluebird and places like that up in Nashville, and starting to get some recognition in Mississippi as a songwriter. But he's a cool dude. Very interesting guy.
You ever get up to Nashville?
I went one time a long time ago. for about a week. And then just now everything's so crazy and hectic. I'm hoping to be able to transition to music full time by next year. And then be able to go spend some more time up there. Right now I'm still teaching. I'm beyond ready to get out of that.
I always tell everybody, I was like, I love my kids, but I have a hard time having patience with other kids that aren't mine.
Oh man, that's not even. It's changed so much, just like everything else. It's just changed so much. The things you have to do and things you have to put up with, and hoops you got to jump through, and it's just not worth it anymore.
I bet.
Yeah.
You have to like kids. You got all them kids there, don't you?
Yeah, I gotta like them now. Yeah, people ask me about it. I'm telling them it's kind of like being in jail. Like, I feel like, after a while, you and your cellmates would probably love each other and everything would be great. You gotta be good buddies, but at the end of the day, you're still in jail. So, no, it's just a mess. Hectic, very unexpected. Very unexpected, but we're excited about it. They just turned 6 months old.
Yeah. Well, Has things kind of settled down a little more, getting a little easier?
The nighttime is they sleep through the night now, but yeah, they still just can't do anything for themselves at this point.
Right.
So, but they can get themselves in a bind. That's about the only thing they can do. They can roll over and roll out of stuff, but other than that, you know.
Yeah. Well, you got until they start walking, and then you're screwed.
Oh yeah, I figure I probably got like a 3-month window,
Mm-hmm.
and then my life's really gonna be over with. I'm just gonna be chasing kids everywhere.
So how much time do you devote to your music? Do you play about every weekend or?
Oh yeah. I used to just play like once or twice a month, and then when we found out it was 3 babies, I was like, I'm going back to the pipeline. I gotta go make some money. It's my wife was a business owner, and so she's had to shut her business down. So I was trying to find some jobs to work like night shift, in addition to teaching. And then my wife was like, "Why don't you just try playing more gigs and see what happens there?" And so that's what I did, and it's kind of taken off. I stay busy, anywhere from 10 to 20 gigs a month usually. Keeps me pretty busy, mainly on the weekends. I used to would play any day, but now I've kind of shut off Monday through Wednesday, especially with my son playing baseball. That's his game days are on Monday, Tuesday. So kind of shut that down. Mostly play music at night, during the week, like writing and trying to do my live stuff. But I mostly do it at night when everybody goes to sleep. Try to do it for a couple hours, and then I'll go to sleep for a little bit and go to work. May come home, get a nap, may not. You never know.
Right.
Depends what I get, what I show up to when I get here.
So you said you've been playing for like 12 years?
Yeah, I picked it up. Let's see, I'm 31 now. Yeah, almost 13 years. Yeah, I'm going on 13 years. I picked it up right out of high school. I couldn't play ball anymore. You know, that old cliche story. Bummed my knee up and lost all my scholarships, so I couldn't play ball, and figured I honestly was sitting in a recliner, kind of like this one, and couldn't do anything or move. I was just in a bad place, and I found I had a guitar in my house that I was living in. My mom bought me, and so I just grabbed it and started messing around with it. It took me like a day to learn how to tune it. And I just kept watching YouTube videos and picking around on it, and stuck with me since then. I did that for about a year, and then I started playing, started gigging after that. Been doing that ever since.
So you never like sang out or anything before that?
No, no, I was a ball player. I didn't. Which nowadays, being like in show choir and stuff is actually really popular, which I think that's really cool. That it's a popular thing to do in my area. Anyway, I don't know. I know different places are culturally different, but yeah, no, I just always played ball, and then of course you get hanging around some buddies and you're playing guitar and they all want to sing and stuff, and that buddy was like, "Hey man, you're actually pretty good at that. You should keep doing that stuff." And so I don't know. I guess enough people told me to keep doing it, so I was like, "All right, well, I'll keep doing it, I guess."
You remember your first gig?
First gig was in Macomb, Mississippi, at a restaurant called the Flying Fish. I remember it was me and another guy. I hired a guy. I had a guy help me come in. He was playing cajon, and I borrowed somebody's speakers, hauled them over there, set them up. Did not know what I was doing, how to set up sound equipment whatsoever, but I guess I got it just right somehow, and I think they had like 250 people show up that night. It was nuts. We wound up playing for like 4 hours. Made a whole bunch of money in tips, and I was hooked. After that, I was like, all right, this was fun here.
You knew 4 hours worth of songs?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey buddy.
Hey.
What you doing? Oh, hey. What you doing? Go back in there. Sorry about that.
Dude, I got kids. It ain't no thing.
Oh yeah.
I have to leave my house and come up here. I have to come up to my parents' house because I know there's no possible way my kids would be quiet.
Oh yeah, they ain't gonna be quiet. They ain't gonna be quiet. There ain't nothing I can do on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought this house. I come from the pipeline, and we were still living in my camper. My wife wanted to have another baby, and so we bought this house. And it was like 1,500 square feet, and we were excited about it. It was going to be plenty just for us, and because the one we had before that was a little too big, just for us two and one baby. And so we were like, we'll get another one. That'll give us a whole extra bedroom. Yeah. So now we're currently about to add on to this one. About to knock a wall out and add a whole nother wing.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy. You get all that. They get all that stuff. You have to have another room just for toys and.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, diapers and stuff.
Yeah, just diapers.
Diapers is what's crazy because. Get out of here, dude. Hey, did your baseball game get canceled? Crazy. We had to buy a whole new storage unit, like one of the ones you get put on your property. It's fresh on my mind because I just paid the bill for it today. But we had to get a whole new storage unit just for diapers. We were so lucky. People donated. They had diaper drives at different churches and at my work, and but then we got them all, and I was like, "Where in the world are we gonna put these?" And so I had to get a whole storage building.
That's awesome that you got all those storage unit full.
Oh yeah. It ain't full no more, but
right.
When they got here, it was pretty impressive. It has dwindled down though. Starting to get me a little nervous. Have to sell a kidney or something.
Have to have them drop ship a pallet or something once a month.
Yeah, I'm going to have to figure something out.
You have to get your fork truck.
Yeah, something. Buy them wholesale. I wonder if Temu has diapers.
Yeah, I don't know if you want Temu diapers.
We'll take anything. When it comes to 3, we'll take anything at this point.
Yeah, funny.
Hey, baby.
What are you going to do?
They still ain't canceled the game? Just hold. You go ahead and go. I'll come in there. Just let me know when you're ready to go.
Or we not going to the game?
Yeah, no, not at this point.
I'll just stay on you.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
So you constantly write, and you say you have 2 songs out now. You got more recorded, or you plan on recording some more soon?
Yeah, I've got another one. I got to go cut final vocals on it probably next week, and then I'll probably drop it the week after that. I'm shooting to drop it October the 25th. And I'm shooting to drop one every month until about April. And then I want to drop like 4 at a time to complete an album. I don't know if I'm using the right terminology for that or not, but
Yeah,
just gonna
it's all right.
kind of waterfall them out until I get. My goal is to have a tour set up for next summer, kind of in the southeast region. I'll go further, but that's my goal. I feel like that's a doable goal for me. I got a band
Good.
that I'm starting to work with, and so we will we'll be kicked off, ready to go probably by December, just to start playing some more local gigs, and then hoping for the summer to kind of run a tour where I'm kind of doing a little bit more traveling. We got some stuff set up in like Shreveport, Louisiana, some places in Florida, some places in Alabama, possibly a place in Georgia, and then a spot in North Carolina. That's a little bit further north than I was planning to go, but I'll go anywhere, to be honest with you, as long as I can find a way to get there.
Right. You have you played out live with this band already?
I've played with them twice. We were just kind of in the same spot at the same time. We weren't really playing as a band. And they were like, hey, man, we got all the stuff here. We can play along with you. And so we did that one time. And then the next time I saw them, we did it again and played about 3 or 4 songs together. And we talked after, and they were like, man, do you need a band? I was like, absolutely. It's tough finding a band. And so they were like, well, man, we know you've been releasing music. We've heard about you. Like, we'll back you for sure. It's a group of guys from my hometown. They're a little bit older than me, but the guy has a sound equipment business where he'll go set up the sound equipment for different venues whenever they're holding like a festival or a concert or something. And so the only reason he started that business was because his band wasn't getting booked. And they're more like a soul band, but their knowledge of like the Nashville number system and music theory is just out of this world. That's
Wow.
crazy. Like the songs that I'll be playing, I'll just be going through the chord progressions, and there's a Cody Johnson song that sticks out in particular where kind of drops out and goes to kind of a walk down from a C to a B flat to a F, which is completely random. And I do it one time, and the next time they were like, "Oh yeah, you just went from like the sixth back down to the third, and coming back around to the fourth." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? I don't know anything about all that." But y'all did a great job, so I'm proud of y'all. They were really, really talented.
That works out. They're a band without a singer, and you're a singer without a band, huh?
Yeah. So they're very talented. But
Do they play with other people too? Like, have they been around and played with other?
No, the guy that has all the music equipment, his wife is the one who's actually like the lead singer, and they don't do they don't do original music. Like they're a cover band, and they sing mostly like soul and R&B music, and so they don't know a ton of country music, but they sure had me fooled. So they had it figured out pretty quick, and I like the lead guitarist is really like strong on the blues and can play a lot of nice blues licks and blues scales, and he's just that's right up my alley. I love anything like bluesy. Keith Urban, when he plays more blues licks, those are probably some of my most favorite songs of his. And then you got like John Mayer, of course, which is dude's just unreal. But that's right up my alley. I love kind of that blues style with a mixture of rock. I like all music. I just sound like this, so I try to take advantage of it.
Right.
I'd sing Usher
So do you
songs
specifically? Yeah. Hey, have you tried?
I've covered a couple of them. Yeah, I have.
Awesome. I like some Usher.
Yeah, no doubt.
So you say, like, obviously you say it's country music and stuff like that, but do you have any songs that, like, you're written and stuff that you might say more is rock or more is blues?
Trying to think off the top of my head. The last one that I released about my daughter, I plan on doing several different versions of it. But I kind of let my producer run with it. He's a super talented guy. He wanted to kind of go in a rock direction with it. He just heard some stuff that he really wanted to do. And so I let him run with it. And I like it. But I tend to stick more on the countryside just because, I don't know, it's just what I feel like I sound better in. It's my genre. My comfort zone, I guess.
Right.
But I do a lot of outside of my comfort zone covers. But also write what I know. And I grew up in South Mississippi. So.
What's the heaviest song you play, cover-wise?
What do you mean heaviest?
Like the hardest rock.
Hardest rock? I'll sometimes I'll do Kryptonite, about Three Doors Down. I do some Creed. Big Creed fan. I've done some Nickelback. If you don't like Nickelback, you're lying. Trying to think of, which that's kind of my era. That's what I grew up. I remember stealing my brother's Creed CD. And he never knew where it was, and I had it the whole time. I still got it. So, of course, Whiskey Myers, I'll play some of their stuff. They get asked for a pretty good bit around here. Between them and Three Doors Down. But that's probably about the heaviest stuff. I really like this new guy, Youngblood. He's really good. That dude's super talented.
Yeah.
He's got a song called, I think it's called Zombie, that I've got on my list to work on. It's a good one.
So what you do in the evenings then? You practice new songs and write?
Yeah, I try to. Sometimes I write during the day. I'll write without, having an instrument. I can just kind of hear it. And then I'll come home and piece it all together. But I try to do all my practice and all that stuff mainly in the evenings and at night.
So you're going on a mini tour probably next summer then? And is this so you're trying to get this album out or all these songs out and then go out and just play those songs? Like you just are going to play all originals?
No, I'll still play some covers. At this point, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do feel a lot more comfortable with my songs that I'm putting out, but there's still some that you just gotta some staples that you gotta put in there, get them going, make people want to listen, and then you drop the originals on them. I remember when Luke Combs was first coming up, I used to open for him some, and he that's what he would do. He would come play some covers, and then he would throw originals kind of in the meat of it, and then close it out with another strong cover of something, and then which of course now he's got so many number ones, he can just sing originals all day long and everybody listens. So that's kind of where I'm at on the ladder, though. I feel like I need to cut my teeth first and then work my way up to where I have enough audience.
How do you now do you book all your own shows and everything?
I do. It's something.
Yeah, I feel like that's a full-time job in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I book the shows. My wife does the merch. It's a family business.
Well, at least you're gonna have lots of help.
I hope so.
And then you are you constantly reaching out to new places?
Oh yeah. I do try to reach out as much as possible. A lot of times when you reach out to when you reach out to a business, they typically have somebody that books for them, and you would need to get in touch with them, and so getting in touch with them can be kind of difficult, but I do try to reach out a good bit.
So now, do you ever work with other musicians, like other songwriters and singers other than your producer?
I've tried to. It's different around here than it is in different places. A lot of it's almost like everybody's kind of fighting for a spot in South Mississippi, and so when you find somebody that is a songwriter and does a lot of performing around here, and you try to collaborate with them, a lot of times they're not interested, respectfully, but just not really interested. And so I kind of let that ship do what it was going to do a while back, and have just been doing my own thing.
Now, you ever thought of going like somewhere else and maybe seeing if you could collab with some people or do some songwriting, like outside?
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. I'd love to go to Nashville. But I plan on going to there's a songwriting festival in Gulf Shores at some point. I think in November. I think I'm supposed to go to that, so we'll see. So hopefully I'll meet some folks down there. People come from all over that one. Try to collaborate with them.
I feel like, wintertime's probably a good time around the Gulf. Everybody goes down there, and it's a lot closer to you than going anywhere else, probably.
Oh, for sure. That's about 2 hours from my house to get there, so it's not too far. I used to play down there every Sunday. But yeah, I love it down there. It's a good time. A lot of music.
Man, that'd be nice. It's a 12-hour drive for me.
Yeah. I can't imagine.
Man. So you got anything coming up this weekend?
Yeah, I'm playing a Ducks Unlimited banquet at the Cathead Distillery in Jackson on Thursday. And then I've got, I'm trying to remember, I think it's a livestock organization. They're having a banquet. And so I'm supposed to play at that on Saturday. So a couple private events. Well, they're not really private. You can buy tickets for them, but they're not in the restaurant,
Right.
off to the edge somewhere. This will be a little bit more interactive. It'll be a lot of fun.
Is this acoustic or full band?
Acoustic. Yeah.
Did you get invited to both of these?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does that happen quite often now as you get more calls, or you still have to call out and book your own stuff a bunch?
I have to reach out a couple of different places just to get on their books for the month. But most of the time I'm getting calls now. A month to 2 months in advance for those types of events. Like I played at a country club this last weekend, and that's way better than playing at a hole in the wall. It was nice.
You prefer that then? You'd rather do like a private event than play at a bar? Or?
Depends on the venue. I don't necessarily love playing just in restaurants off to the side where you're just kind of background noise. I like the crowd interactions. I like I like all that stuff. So I do better in those types of environments where people are there to listen to music, have some drinks, have some fun, rather than trying to have a family meal together. You know what I mean?
Right. You got any good stories for me?
Good stories. Oh, yeah. I had I was playing on the coast one day. This girl walked up to me, and she was very masculine. I don't know how to politically correctly say that, but she was a very masculine person, and she asked me to if I knew any Chapel Roan, and of course I'd been playing like Chris Stapleton, Conway Twitty, Merle Haggard, songs like that the whole time. and they didn't really show any interest in those types of things. But I was, more for the whole crowd there that day. And I played Pink Pony Club, and they just went through the roof. Could not believe which everybody did. Everybody was like, "What in the world? Where'd that come from?" And so um, that was a good time. That was really funny. That's a pretty recent story. Also had a chance to open for Riley Green before he was really big, and I had to turn him down because he couldn't pay me, and I had a gig that paid me. So that was pretty dumb. I probably should have done that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you don't know at the time, though, right?
Right, the rent was due.
Yeah.
So, mm-hmm.
Who else have you opened up for?
Muscadine Bloodline and Luke Combs. Opened up for them. Who else? What was that band's name that come through there? That was a long time ago. I can't remember the name of them. They were big at one point. Not, they weren't like huge, but they were a pretty popular band. A lot of really local, popular bands I've opened for, but I've never been in a band, so I never was the headliner.
You are these all like at the same venue, or?
Most of them, yeah, most of them were. There a couple of different venues that were pretty local, but most of them were in Hattiesburg at a venue called Brewski's, and then we had a place, which these places aren't open anymore. We had a place called Benny's Boom Boom Room and the Dollar Box. Those two places have closed down, and there's something different now, but I opened for, those guys in multiple different places like that.
So have you been playing solid this whole time, or like did you hit it hard and then like took a break and then?
Well, I hit it hard, and then I was, of course, I've been a teacher and a coach. So when I went, when I got out of college, I started doing that, and that took, a lot of my time away from music. But I've always played at some capacity, but I've been heavier at times than others. Right now, I'm probably the heaviest I've ever been, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see you posting gigs and stuff all the time, and then when you play gigs, you also stream live too sometimes.
I try to, if I
Yeah.
can. If I can, I try to stream it live. I've got several people. I've got some people from Tuscaloosa that try to come to my gigs. I've got some guy that I've met that's tuned into my TikTok lives a good bit. I think he's flying his family out from Georgia this Thursday to watch at the Ducks Unlimited banquet. So I try to stream as much as I can because there is a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed a lot too. I've seen a lot of other streamers too that will do that, like especially like Nashville, if they're on Broadway or something, they'll be doing their set and then they'll be set up and record too or go live.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good opportunity in it. Kind of double up.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And anything, I mean, just being available for people to hear you play and get your name out there.
Yep, much as possible. I've had as many as 6,000 people come through a live stream. That's insane.
Yeah, that is insane to think about.
And probably the biggest show I've ever played was 1,500 to 2,000 people. And so think about 6,000 people, but just me sitting on my porch. That was kind of wild.
Yeah, I talked with a guy a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and that's what he does full time is he streams and plays guitar.
It's wild.
And he said he made more money doing that than he ever did touring.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. And he's put a ton of time and effort into it. He has like a whole video recording studio in his basement that he does,
Yeah.
So
I got to invest in nothing that high quality, but I do need to invest in some better sound quality stuff for that.
Yeah, he does. He has like mixers and stuff and has it all tied into a computer and stuff when he records.
Oh, yeah.
So you're gonna finish out. Let's see. So you started now. So you're gonna finish out through the summer, and then are you gonna be a teacher next fall?
I'm hoping not.
Yeah.
Hoping not. I've got some stuff coming up, and nothing's set in stone, so I don't know, if it'll happen or not. It's a good chance it will. But I've had a pretty big national act reach out to me about going on tour with them. So we'll see what happens. I don't know yet. Nothing's in stone. Nothing written down yet. So, but I've talked to them 3 or 4 times now. They're planning on coming to see. They've come to my shows. They're planning on coming to see me possibly Thursday on their way back from Nashville. They're from Mississippi, but that'll be a cool opportunity. So I'm hoping that I can plan for that and not go into teaching. That'd be cool.
I know that like Texas also has a huge country music scene.
Oh yeah, especially around Austin.
Yeah, Austin and like some of those guys, like everybody, like they just tour Texas and that's it. You'll have like they'll come out of Texas and do a couple other shows, maybe like Oklahoma and stuff, but they spend the whole year just touring Texas.
Yeah, it's quite the state.
Blows my mind coming from Indiana, where there's like 2 big towns in the whole state.
Yeah.
You can do that in a weekend.
Yeah. What is it?
I don't know. Yeah.
Feeding time. Okay. Well, it's feeding time.
Yeah. What's that? Every 30 minutes?
Yeah. Every 3 hours.
Yeah. Whew. No matter what time of day, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, hey, I glad you had enough time to hop on here with me. All right, man. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on.
No, thank you, man.
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too.